how do you know what content on social media is bringing in the most revenue? Well, we're gonna take a look at a few key performance indicators that can show how well your content is driving revenue. The first tip I have is pretty simple. Hey, if you want people to sign up for a free trial or a demo, make them include where they heard about you, where they heard about this sale, whatever it may be. Include a little field in your forms. If it's an Instagram ad that people saw, then there you go. You literally have written proof that people are finding your campaign through Instagram. But hey, as you know, this is not always the most reliable way of telling what is successful.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Well, hey, you might know Instagram's successful, but what ads are successful? What type of videos are successful on YouTube? Well, that's where you gotta dive into some of the metrics. There's a few things that I try to look for on YouTube. What is the watch time like? What is the amount of people finding my video from different sources? You can check that on YouTube. You can go and see, hey, 75% of my viewers on a particular video are coming through Google search. Well, that's a good sign that you're getting new viewers in and new eyes on your brand. Another key thing to watch for in terms of video is audience retention. You can see here I have this video which has a 44% retention rate on YouTube. That's really strong. So hey, the watch time is strong. I'm getting lots of new viewers from different places on social media, so that could help drive revenue. Instagram as well. You can use things like Instagram's professional insights dashboard. As you can see here, followers have engaged with my stories more than my posts or my reels in this last month. So maybe that's a sign that stories are a key to driving my audience and hopefully driving more conversions. Stories too allow you to put a dynamic link in your stories. And hey, if you got a sale or something like that, you can actually see how many people clicked on your links. If you do something like an Instagram ad, you can always look at your insights for your particular ad campaign on Instagram. You can do this on Facebook as well, LinkedIn, wherever it may be. And you can see, hey, I'm getting this many likes, shares, comments, this many impressions. But let's be honest, everything I've just said to you, it's kind of a guessing game. That's why a lot of people turn to UTMs. Now, if you don't know what UTMs are, they're a special little code added to the end of your link that you post maybe on your Instagram story, Facebook story, and people will click on that link. And then, hey, you actually have a little paper trail to go, this is the ad that's helping me. So if you aren't using UTMs already, I highly, highly recommend them because that actually allows you to track down to the exact post, which posts are driving more conversions. But let's be honest, UTMs are only one step of the journey. If you're just using UTMs, there's a big challenge in this because there's no real good way to manage UTMs. So you gotta write them out manually, and it can be super easy to just mess a single digit up in your UTM. All of a sudden you've broken your dynamic link and you're gonna start losing track of things. You're gonna have to use spreadsheets, you're gonna have to use Excel. I mean, it just exponentially grows out from there, and it is so challenging to keep track of everything just using UTMs alone. But how do you even interpret that? How do you write it down? How do you record it? That's why I highly recommend something like Agorapulse, a social media management platform that actually shows you all your UTMs in one place. Even more than that, using Agorapulse, you can see the actual dollar value attributed to each one of your social media posts. That's right, posts, not just campaigns. You can see the actual dollar value of each post, story, all in one centralized dashboard for almost every social media platform. So that's great because you can see granularly, hey, YouTube is driving the most revenue. We should focus more on YouTube. Clearly people are going to YouTube and they're finding us, and that is driving more revenue than say maybe LinkedIn. This can be super helpful if you're going forward to a company and they're going, well, we're thinking about cutting back on social media. You can go, wait a minute, I actually have data to prove that we're bringing in €1,000 every week on Instagram or TikTok. So while yes, looking at viewer retention, looking at the engagement rate on your Instagram ads, looking at all these different things like shares, it's incredibly useful data and you shouldn't ignore it. But hey, it doesn't really get to the heart of what is driving the most revenue and what type of content is driving the most revenue. So you're gonna still be kind of guessing. If this all sounds cool to you, you can check out a free trial of Agorapulse today in the description below. You can get started and see the value that your social media efforts are bringing to your company. Thanks so much for watching. We have tons of great content coming your way all the time.